What's up, NFL Reactor Nation? What a 2 nights of Summerslam we had. Monumental for the WWE this weekend. Changed everything. Predictions. I am pretty sure I did fairly well with these, but gotta watch the video and see. So let's get right into it. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Starting off on a low, I did predict Karrion Kross to finally win, but Triple H is a douchebag, so he didn't win, and Kross is still stuck in the depths of WWE, and it's probably going to be released soon, just like what WWE loves to do. But, yeah, Triple H, he's doing Kross wrong. Terrible to Kross, but Sami, congratulations for the win. 0-1 on predictions to start. And this is 0-2. This is a terrible start. I didn't realize I lined it up like this. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. I did predict Jade Cargill to beat Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany Stratton retains. Not mad about this result. Tiffany Stratton 14-0 now with this world title. I have loved this title run that they have given Tiffany Stratton and can't wait to see where it goes next. Not much to say on this match. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Also for the Sami Kross match, maybe a 4 out of 10 there. Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul come out with the win. Also, I'm 0-3 on predictions now. I did not realize this. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. What a match. If you ask me, this was match of the night. Night 1. 10 out of 10. Jelly Roll did an amazing job. I know I still don't fully know, nobody does, if he was fully selling there or he actually was maybe hurt. I know he's definitely going to have the ice all over his body after that match. But Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul come out with the win. I mean, Jelly Roll just chef's kiss. That was perfect. The training he's been doing in the Performance Center definitely paid off. I personally would like to see more of Jelly Roll in WWE. I know there's a stance on celebrities in WWE. Obviously, they haven't had a good history when stepping in the ring. Obviously, Travis Scott. Yeah, we don't talk about him anymore. But Jelly Roll was an exception. He did absolutely amazing. Like I said, 10 out of 10 for this match. First prediction right. We are 1-3 now. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss come out with the tag titles and new. I love this idea. Well, not idea. I love the fact that they've had Charlotte and Alexa win. This is great. I cannot wait to see them defend all over Raw and SmackDown. And possibly NXT. I don't know. It's just an idea. We saw that with Bianca, and I think it was before Jade got hurt. So it's a possibility that we could see them on NXT. That would be absolutely epic. This match, about an 8 out of 10. Really liked this match. The part where Alexa Bliss, Raquel moves out of the way and she hits Charlotte on accident. Really added to the story there, and then they come back. They work together to win the tag titles. Just awesome whole thing overall. Alright, and last but not least, for night 1, we had Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. This match, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10. We did get this prediction right, so 2 and 3, not horrible. But, yeah, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. The entrance, Bronson Reed coming out there with the shoes he stole from Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw last week. I think that was just really, really funny. I do hope Braun Breaker is okay, as we saw. He was limping out of there. There was some videos from some fans posted online. Limping out of there, being helped out by medical crew. And then when... Shoot, I don't want to spoil it. Let's go ahead and just talk about it. Also, I don't know why I said last but not least, because we got one more thing to talk about. But, yeah, with the leg wrapped up in that final moment on the show, I really hope he's okay. I've been loving the run Braun Breaker is on. He's obviously going to be... I believe Braun Breaker will be world champion next year, if not next year, the very near future. Braun Breaker is going to be a world champion very soon. Really good match, though. I don't know how I feel. I know it's a bit controversial. I said that. I botched the saying of that so badly. But, yeah, running the entrance back basically after the match has started with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. The hand motion, then the yeeting, which, don't get me wrong, I love the yeeting, but just in the middle of the match, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But then, Heist of the Century 2.0, 10 years later, he does it again. Seth freaking Rollins cashes in on the CM Punk and Gunther match. After CM Punk wins, he holds the title for a new record low of 5 minutes and 10 seconds. That was absolutely epic. I know a lot of CM Punk fans are very mad about that. I understand why. But the cash-in was just like the biggest screw you to CM Punk, because we know Seth Rollins has that history with CM Punk. And it was just awesome. Awesome. Now, I better not see this Monday on Raw CM Punk come out there during Seth Rollins' promo. I do not want to see them fight again. They've fought 40 million times, it feels like. I don't want to see it. No, I don't. I don't want to see it. But overall, CM Punk Gunther match, 7 out of 10. The cash-in makes it a 9 out of 10. But a really good match, though. Just not totally my favorite, except for the end. That was really good. Let's move on to night 2 now, shall we? The TLC tag match was, in my opinion, tied for best match of the night. It's really hard, though, because I'll talk about it more at the end, because we'll have gone over every match. But right now, if we hadn't seen any of those other matches, this would be match of the night. The Candice LeRae spot, I loved it when she got in the ring, helped out DIY. I was thinking she was going to capture the titles, and that would have been a cool moment. Have Candice get in the ring, win the titles for DIY. I wouldn't have been totally mad if they won that way. Then you have B-Fab get in the ring. B-Fab tries to climb. Then Nikki Cross comes in. Love that spot. But when they threw Candice off the top of the ladder and threw the ladder on the floor, that just didn't sit right with me. It really didn't. I know we've seen Chelsea Green do it before in the Money in the Bank match, but that was set up way different than this. Chelsea had tables, I'm pretty sure. Candice had ladders. That's absolutely insane. In the ladder, I mean, I know it wasn't a very sturdy ladder, because if it was a real ladder, Candice might have died. But, yeah, it didn't feel right. It really didn't. Overall, I love this match. I hope Candice is okay. Really good match. Happy the Wyatt Six retained. The storyline we've had on SmackDown Tag Division is absolutely amazing. The storyline we've had with them trying to take down the Wyatt Six, it's awesome. I'm glad they did not lose the titles, though. Really good match. Gotta give this one, I gotta say 10 out of 10. Honestly, 10 out of 10. There's too many good matches. Alright, with another banger, as Sheamus would say, banger after banger after banger, is exactly what we had all throughout SummerSlam. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. Perfect match. The no disqualification stipulation that was added, absolutely perfect. All the weapons that were used in this match. The toolbox we saw Becky have, she got out the zip ties, tied up Lyra Valkyria. You gotta give Lyra Valkyria praise for that work she did while her hands were literally zip tied. Absolutely awesome. Lyra taking the beating, and then Becky just absolutely dominated this match. Loved to see it. And then Bayley comes out there. I really expected Bayley to turn heel. And when that steel chair, before I talk about that more, that steel chair spot with Lyra Valkyria, that was crazy, driving her head first into the Spanish announce table with the steel chair. It wasn't hard because, if it really would have been, I don't know what would have happened, but that was an awesome spot there. And then I really expected Bayley to take the crowbar and hit Lyra with the chair, but she attacked Becky, which was really shocking, and then they fight around the outside of the ring. But, really good match, and then Bayley hits Lyra on accident. At the end, Becky takes the pinfall and wins, and still Women's Intercontinental Champion. I would love to see the Intercontinental Championship take a different path after this. I really don't want to see Lyra come back in the IC title picture, if I'm being honest. I would like to see Bayley maybe take it off of Becky, clash in Paris potentially. But after that, I better not see Bayley versus Lyra for the IC title. Lyra has had too many chances at that IC title. She won it at first when she definitely shouldn't have. But yeah, she should not have any more shots at that title, if you ask me. But really good match. Loved it. This one's got to be at least a solid 9 out of 10. But let's move on to the next match. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. I really didn't feel this match, honestly. There was a lot of hype around it coming into it, but during the match it really died down and just didn't impress me. 6 out of 10. Solo Sikoa retains over Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu had a more iconic moment after the match was over, so that tells you something about the match. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I don't know where we go with this. I hope it's not a revolving door of Jacob Fatu coming back at the Bloodline. Just please stop with the repetitive storylines. Let's move on to the next match. The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time and the greatest luchador of all time, Dominic Mysterio, defeats AJ Styles on his 20th anniversary of being in the WWE. Props to him. And if you don't know the reason why I say 20th anniversary, because when Dom was a kid, he was on WWE television with Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. This was the anniversary of the custody of Dominic match between Eddie and Rey. Rest in peace, Eddie, by the way. But I loved the tributes they had to Eddie Guerrero. AJ Styles coming out there with the lowrider and the tights for AJ Styles as well. And just the chair spot, so many things. Just too many to go over. We'd be here all day if I went over all the tributes. But really good match. 7 out of 10 on this one, though. Really love this match. Dominic being the ultimate definition of lie, cheat, steal. Taking his boot off, unzipping the boot, and tricking AJ Styles into doing that calf crusher. And Styles takes the boot off, and then Dom steals the boot from him, hits him with the boot, gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Dominic Mysterio is still your Intercontinental Champion. Loved that match. And who knows, maybe Dom will be double champion. Maybe he'll go get that AAA title. That would be something right there. Alright, let's move on. Naomi versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. And you know what? I totally forgot about predictions, guys. So let's go back real quick. I did predict the Wyatt 6 to retain. That's 1-0. I did predict Becky to retain. That's 2-0. Didn't predict Solo to retain. That's 2-1. This is 3-1. And this would be 4-1. Doing awesome tonight for night 2. 4-1. How about that? But yeah, Naomi, I didn't really want to see her retain the title. I feel like Rhea or Io should have won it. But I just feel like Naomi's she's not going to defend the title much. She just doesn't have that persona for me, honestly, like that it factor that Rhea or Io have. But hey, this is what they went with. I gotta go with a 5 out of 10 on this match. I just didn't feel it with this match. But let's move on. Last but not least, another prediction right. 5-1. Cody Rhodes and the amazing job he did without turning heel beats John Cena, who stayed babyface the whole match. I can't believe it. Just what a match these two put on. 5-star classic. I gotta give this match a 9 out of 10. Really good. There were amazing spots in this match going through the crowd, all throughout the ring, everything coming out through the elevator shaft. The look of John Cena's face coming out that elevator shaft. I mean, just everything. The tribute entrance to Dusty Rhodes that Cody Rhodes had. I mean, everything about this match was just awesome. But let's talk about the end of the match. Cody Rhodes and John Cena share a very emotional hug. Cena accepting the thank you Cena chants at his final ever Summerslam. And just when we thought it was over, Brock Lesnar is back for the first time since, I believe, early 2023 or mid-2023 was the last time we saw Brock Lesnar. I cannot believe he is back, honestly. I sort of thought he might return, but I didn't know with everything that went on. I know a lot of people are mad. I understand why. But, yeah, that he does have a past. Maybe, I mean, hopefully he's moved on from that, but you gotta look at the wrestling side of it. In the fact that we have seen Brock Lesnar return to face off against John Cena. John Cena and Brock Lesnar. And then Brock gets in the ring, hits Cena with an F5, and it goes off air right then. I mean, you can't get much more than that, honestly. The Rock is a lazy bum for not showing up as well, but oh well, who cares? Yeah, dude, both SummerSlam nights were awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, 7 and... Hold on, give me a second. 7 and 4 we went there on predictions, so not too bad there. Not too bad for predictions. But what a 2 nights of SummerSlam. We saw absolutely insane moments. Loved it. Can't wait for next year's 2-night SummerSlam. And I think, if I'm going to be honest, this had more of an it factor than WrestleMania this year, if I'm being honest. WrestleMania it didn't live up to the hype this year, you know? Here's to hoping it will next year. But, absolutely insane 2 nights. I just can't get over it. But that is all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one, which should be Clash in Paris. So, looking forward to that. I'll see you guys then with more videos.